Hi. Okay, I'm doing good. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us in your classroom today. I asked if we could come in your classroom because we're going to be sharing with teachers using explicit systematic instruction for English language learners. And you are a master teacher at this. And so wanted to talk a little bit about that metacognition piece that you do and how you really bring students awareness to their own thinking and linking it to their background knowledge. How do you engage students in that kind of thinking?
Well, I think it's important to anything that you introduce that you actually, first of all, make them think about what they already know on the topic, and then build on that. And then also by making connections to real life situations, they're able to reflect, think, and understand it, own it. If it's relevant, they're going to learn about it. If it's not relevant, then they're going to be wondering what it is that they're trying to understand. So I think it's mostly, especially with ELLs, is just making sure that they have a lot of visuals, a lot of hands-on stuff, relevancy with their daily life situations, things that they see out there. So let's move over to the essential questions. I can read them from here, and I'm going to read them carefully, okay? And I'm going to read them slowly. I want you to listen. Listen, okay? How can learning to participate in group discussion, okay, help make you a better team member? Because remember, we're a team, okay? So how can participating in a group discussion, in a team discussion, we're talking and sharing, how does that help you become a better team member? Jorge.
Because when you become a better team member, you can help others.
Okay, yes. Can you give me an example of how you would help others in your class?
I will help them to learn.
Okay, but how? What would you do?
If with another language, if they don't understand, I can, the definition, I can tell them
Okay. No, he's good. I mean, look, if he is bilingual and he's saying that if we were having a discussion, and sometimes I do tell you, does anybody know what this word means in Spanish? And then you raise your hand and you say I do, and then you tell me. So that's part of like helping others. If they don't know, then they hear you, right? Okay. Now, why is this an important skill to have as you get older? So if you're respectful and you're able to work in a team and you listen carefully and then you share your ideas, how is that going to help you when you get older? Marlette?
Because if you are in your work and then you need something and then you don't say it, and then that doesn't help us because if you don't express with other person, he is not going to know what we want.
Oh, that is great. It's like fireworks, huh? Psh, psh, you can see the fireworks. It's true what she's saying. She's saying that if you need to say something to someone, you need to express yourself. It's like having,
Conversation.
It's like being able to have a conversation with someone and tell them how you feel, right? Be able to express yourself. Yes, Jorge.
Like when your boss says, you make a house, it helps us learn and it's the perimeter. It's the boss says, I want the house, the perimeter has to be 50 feet, and the area has to be 9 feet, like that. It helps us learn like that.
Everything, and he's like going into math, right? He's going into math, and I think you're trying to say that you have to communicate when you grow up. If you have a boss, you have to communicate with your boss. Your boss is going to give you directions, and you would be able to give somebody else directions. You're going to have to share, and you have to express yourself.
Because learning helps you learn when you get older.
Exactly. Learning prepares you for when you get older, right? So you can be well prepared. So we're going to move on. Okay, we're going to move on into a little bit about what we are going to do today. Tomorrow, what is tomorrow? Is there school tomorrow?
No.
No, there is no school tomorrow. Why do you think there's no school tomorrow? Some of you already asked me, and some of you, even mentioned it. Okay, Brian, why is there no school tomorrow?
Tomorrow it's day of learning, I don't know how to say it.
A day of learning.
Elections.
Election. Tomorrow is election day. Kenneth.
Tomorrow is the day of voting.
Voting. Tomorrow is the day for voting. Who votes?
Are there any tools or strategies, if you could share with other educators that really support ELLs that you find is really essential for supporting English language learning in the class?
I can think of a lot, but a few, the Promethean board to me, oh my gosh, I love it. I love it because not only are we able to access like other educators' ideas through their flip charts and kind of adapt them to our own, but you can make your own and you can share them out there as well. And it's a lot of visuals. They love it. You know, every time they see one, it's like, oh my gosh, you know, that is so neat. And, you know, and they become so involved because they see it there and it's learning and it's fun learning. iPads are also a great way because, you know, iPads, they have that accessibility and they can work on so many things on iPads. And, you know, too bad we don't all have that, you know.
We're trying.
I know,
We're trying
and
to
that's
get
good.
there.
And I know we can. You guys know what voting is now. So let's continue. Voting is an easy way for lots of people to make a decision. So remember, we also voted for our favorite food?
Yeah.
And we had pizza and hot dogs and hamburgers.
Yes.
So there's a lot of people, each person going to have their own ideas or different ideas?
Different ideas.
Are they going to have the same ideas or different ideas? Different. Every single person is going to think differently, okay? Is going to think differently, okay? And that's okay.
Teacher,
Yes.
you can do groups on the big family.
He's thinking about fractional. Yes, we can do and divide them into groups, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to see how many. So here we go. Look at this. The choice, and this is an important word for you to know. Choice. Okay? The choice that gets the most votes win. So what choice got the most votes?
Pizza.
Most people like pizza. Okay? So yes. And are they grouped in equal parts?
No.
And the reason I mention this is because Jesus says, oh, we can divide them in equal parts. But sometimes when people vote and make a choice, it's not equal parts.
Yeah.
Equal parts is when we talk about fractions, and that's what we just... And these are different groupings, so they cannot be equal fractions, right? We can't...
No.
This is a greater amount of people. This is somewhat, right? Somewhat, you know, a little less than this, and this is less than. So this is less. So we know. So only 2 people like,
Hot dog.
and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people like
Pizza.
Okay, and then only 5 like hamburgers. Okay, important that you, when you believe or when you think you have an opinion, it's important that it's your idea, it's your opinion, it's your choice, okay? So she didn't change it. And that's good because that's what voting is. It's about your choice.
Teacher, it's
okay?
because people think that porque sus amigos están haciendo eso, they like, oh man, I want to be too. But I like vanilla.
He's just saying that if your friend is likes vanilla, sometimes you change your vote because your friend likes it, and that's important. When you vote for something, it has to be your choice. So you got to really think about it well. Angel, you got to think about it very well, and then you can make your own choice. Okay, that's what's important about voting. So obviously, who won here? Vanilla had the greater vote. Okay, so now we know.
What is your favorite?
What
is your favorite?
My favorite would be vanilla.
Vanilla. 17.
Okay, so really quick, this is quick. Pizza. Who votes for pizza?
Pizza right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, hamburgers. Raise your hand. Who votes for hamburgers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this could be really quick if you guys are focused. Okay? So that's right there. That's 10 and that's 17. Now, who votes for hot dogs? Okay, that's okay. We have 18 students right now because Cynthia's not here. So that's right. 5,
10,
18. Okay? So obviously the one with the greater votes,
Teacher, what about you?
pizza.
What
Right?
about you, teacher?
I think I would choose pizza too.
Yay!
Think about it. And you know what? That's also is one of the essential questions, and that is something we're going to cover in Unit 5 also, is about non-literal versus literal words and phrases. And when someone says you have a voice, you need to have a voice. They're not just saying that you need to be able to talk. They're saying that you need to be able to
Participate.
okay, all of it. Communicate, participate, vote, make a choice, list. All of that is having a voice. Having a voice is making a choice, voting, participating. Okay, all of that is having a voice. Does everybody get that?
Yes.
Does everybody hear me? Now let's stop and take a break. Turn and tell your neighbor what you know about voting. So you have to find a neighbor, like turn to your neighbor. Now, just turn to whoever. You turn to her, you turn right here. Just find someone and you turn to your neighbor, and you need to share what is voting. Why do we vote? And what are some things we vote on? Now, I know you said president, but what are some things that you vote on, that you have, okay? And then, what is your favorite thing we have voted so far, and why? Okay, so remember how we voted for those? Just you can mention, but I want you to communicate with your partner, and you share with them, and they share with you. And this is only, I need to hear you, okay, to make sure that you were paying attention, okay? So, oh, you remembered? Okay.
What you said, what is your favorite thing
Okay, turn as you said, and then you guys are going to be able to have you. So turn to her and tell her you and you tell him, okay? And I'll be listening. Okay, go.
We can
Turn with Eric. Ryan, turn with Eric. Go over there with Sophia. Come on, go. Yeah. Yeah, so you need to talk about that with your partner.